Hello everyone, my name is Addie, and if you don't know, I run a small business by the name of Plantventions. You can shop at plantventions.com if you're interested, and I sell plant pots that I make, as well as other plant accessories that I'm currently working on, making. I'm also currently working on more product development. So, today, I wanted to make you guys a demolding video. So, as I've made videos like this a bunch of times in the past, I will let you know that these are cement plant pots that I make in molds, and basically I just make videos taking them out of the molds and showing them to you guys. So this pour was a pretty messy one, as you can see. I got quite a bit of cement outside of the mold, but that happens sometimes. So these pots may need a little bit of cleanup, but that's okay. So here is my small pot design. You can see it, there we go, like this. So these are just small cement pots. You can actually buy them decorated like this, or in a bunch of other designs on my site, or you can also get them just regular like this. So I have this one, and I'm just gonna demold them. So I don't really measure when I'm mixing cement. I kind of just mix up a container of it and then pour it into a bunch of different molds to have stock. So like I have a whole bunch of these little pots made just to prepare to sell. But really what I'm focusing on is my larger pots, because my larger pots are currently my best sellers. As the one I showed you before, my larger pots sell a lot better than my smaller ones. So my smaller ones are kind of like add-ons, but most people like they'll buy a bigger one and they'll buy some smaller ones too, but they focus on the larger ones. So yeah, that's what they look like, and they're just obviously cement color. Okay, so here's the next one, and just gonna do it the exact same way I did the other one. So I'm just demolding it just like this, and they all pretty much look the same, which is nice, to have some what's it called, like, I don't remember what the word is, to have consistency, to have some consistency. It's nice to have consistency. So okay, these ones like this, and then you can see there's a drainer toilet here. I have to like kick this little piece in there out so that it's actually a hole. But yeah, so these are actually pretty light. I weighed them, they're like 4 ounces each, which isn't crazy. They're a bit hard to get out today, if you haven't noticed. So I think I made a total of 8 of them today. These molds that I have make a total of 9 with the 3 of them. So just gonna get these last 2 out. And I know a lot of people like watching these videos because they say it's satisfying to see them get demolded, or people just like watching them because they like watching my videos. So this is how this one looks. So I just have like a tower of mini pots over on the side of my desk. I don't know why the molds are stuck. They're getting stuck to the bottom for some reason. Okay. So it's a good amount of mini pots to go. And I think like one of the reasons I make so many of them is because people like to buy them in pretty high quantities. Okay, next product. This is a mold of a heart plant stake. So this is actually a newer product on my site. So new, in fact, that I haven't actually gotten any sales for it yet. So It's literally just a stick in a mold. So we're gonna take the silicone part off so you guys can see the final design. And ignore my desk because obviously it's pretty messy. So of course some of these things are going to need to be cleaned up a little bit. Especially this one because it had quite a bit of oval pore right there in the front that'll need to be removed. But yeah, it's a little heart stick. So that's another product I have. Here's another new product I have that I yet again haven't sold any of. There's some excess right there. Okay, so this is a drainage tray. Now these drainage trays can be kind of hard to make sometimes because they don't turn out the best all the time. And I promise my demolding isn't this chaotic all the time. Everything's just not wanting to come out very smoothly today. Okay, so these tend to have a few air bubbles. Once again, a little bit of excess edge I'll have to take off, but so these look like. So they're good drainage trays for the little pots like that. If you want to do something like that. And then my best sellers, which are the big pots. I might only be able to demold one of these today, so I'm sorry if that happens. So this mold is fancy. It has screws and everything to it. So I have to take all these screws out. And also with these bigger pots, I didn't know if I said you can also get these blank. I've been selling a lot of those recently too. Not really sure why. I think just people, some people, might not want designs, or maybe some people want to paint the pots themselves. But they are cheaper if you get them blank, obviously, because I don't have to paint them, which takes time. Okay, so we're gonna hope this one turns out good, because when I do sell blank pots, the quality of the pot is a lot more important. Like, not quality, but like, if I have an air bubble, if I do a 3D pot, whenever I do the 3D technique that I use, the air bubbles will kind of get filled anyway. But if I'm doing a blank pot, air bubbles are kind of detrimental to it, so. Okay, luckily this one turned out beautiful, so that's great. It's always nice. So that one, I actually already have a customer waiting for that one, so it'll probably be packaged up today because I have quite a few orders that need to go out today. Okay, I'm gonna try to do this one. I still have 2 minutes, so I'm gonna try to do it. Have enough time to. But yeah, if you enjoy watching my videos, I'd appreciate it if you follow my page. And if you like my pots, you can always check out my website to get some if you want. Okay, so yeah, these ones are a lot more complicated, but it's mainly just to ensure that the pots are nice and straight. Okay, so we're gonna hope this one turned out just as good as the other one. Okay, so that is this one, and luckily it turned out just as well, which is nice. Obviously a few tiny air bubbles, nothing crazy. So yeah, that is how I demold pots for my small business. So if you enjoyed the video, make sure to follow along, and if you'd like to check out my website, you can do that at plantinventions.com. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. Have an amazing day. Bye.